here are some cool things to do while on magic mushrooms. Right, number one, watching music videos and art and stuff. Right, this is not really what they're meant to be used for, yeah, but I have done it a few times, and bro, it's literally, you don't understand. Because like when you're on the mushrooms, your brain basically the brain scan is like hyper connected. Like it's like 100% of your brain is like talking to the rest of it, and it's but normally it's only like 20%. It looks like. So when you watch a music video or something, it's like 100 times more immersive. What's that one crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. How does it go? I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. That one, that music video, I watched that. I just on mushrooms, bro. It's really immersive. And then other ones, I've gone through loads like NF. I like NF. He has some sick music videos. Uh, Mr. Traumatic. He has a song called Ong Bak. ONGBAK. And I watched that when I was on like 5 grams. It's so crazy. Quadeca's I Didn't Mean to Haunt You album, especially Fantasy World. Listening to music, it's very common that you can't separate yourself from listening to music. So that's it as well. Not just viewing art, like listening to art basically. It if you do it, like if you dose and then you listen to it, maybe like not really. I'd recommend you don't, but like at some point you got to do it. Um, but it's often good because like mushrooms, they're like a journey. They start and then you often, I call it like it opens up within like an hour or two. Normally, sometimes weed can help it do that, but you like you kind of you take the dose, you sit there normally in silent darkness, or not necessarily. Um, I didn't used to do the silent darkness before recently too much, but eventually in like an hour or two, it kind of like breaks through in my experience, and it kind of becomes what it's going to be themed about for the rest of the trip. Isn't it, Luna? You got a banana? No, what is that? Torn on the cob. So yeah, and then if you listen to music kind of after that, or sometimes it can cause it. So I got like a rap on my channel. I said before I done like that performance, with the way I found it, I was just going through my camera roll because the trip I actually wasn't opening up, and I thought maybe it's not going to kick off for some reason. Um, I think it was a pretty hefty dose. So I was going through my camera roll, and when I found the rap video, I like the it was so cool and like 10 times more immersive that it actually induced the breakthrough. Like I was looking for the camera roll, like, oh, let's see this rap that I made. It's probably going to be shit. And then I found it, and I was like, oh, this is actually sick. And then it was like so sick to me in that moment that from then on the experience kind of expanded forward. That's kind of what it feels like when I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, watching cool videos and shit is a good one. Next is the Wim Hof method or just breath work. I need to. I'm such a dick. I can't believe I haven't experimented more with this. I'm so lazy. This is what I was going to make a video as well saying just don't even listen to me about personal development at the minute, maybe, because I'm not personally developed at the minute. I am sometimes, but I don't know. It's very on and off. But so the Wim Hof method is a breathing technique, and if you're not familiar, Wim Hof, watch Yes Theory's documentary. Literally turn this video off now. Go watch Yes Theory, Becoming Superhuman with Wim Hof documentary, bruv. It's like a 50-minute documentary with Wim Hof, and it's like one of the best fucking things I've ever watched in the history of the world, and I'm not exaggerating. So go and fucking watch that. But if you do this breathing technique anyway, or the ice therapy. That's another one. Ice therapy. So just Wim Hof and ice therapy and that sort of stuff. Uh, the first time I'd done it on shrooms, it blew my fucking mind. So one of the main things is like, so you breathe in and out like, or normally I do it through my nose, but and you do it like 30 times, and then you breathe all the way out and you hold it for like a minute and a half or however long you can, and then you breathe it in, hold it for 15 seconds, and then everything kind of goes like, and then you do another round, and the more rounds you do, the more profound it gets. If you do that on shrooms, bro, when you're in that moment, yeah, where you exhale all the oxygen and you're in the stillness, on mushrooms, bro, that is like the timeless stillness, like you would never believe. It's fucking, and then boundaries dissolve as well. Oh, this was so sick actually. Because I actually got Key Parks, because I met Key Parks in Wales, um, and everyone took like a pretty hefty dose of shrooms. And we all went outside, and I was like, "Come on, everyone, we're gonna do the Wim Hof." And it was everyone was saying the boundaries were dissolving. Um, so it's sick anyway. I don't know if I can, because I was gonna release a trip report. I done a live trip report on it, but I didn't release it yet because I was literally just going, "Oh my god, no fucking way," and like I couldn't really say anything. Just trust me, breathwork on psychedelics is the bollocks. However, the main thing, so number 3, what to do on psychedelics, is absolutely fuck all. Or on mushrooms, lay down in the dark, silent darkness in an empty house. I'm not telling you, this is obviously, don't restrict me, I'm just saying if you're going to do mushrooms anyway, obviously there's warnings. I keep forgetting to do warnings on my videos, but I don't know, it's stupid. Yeah. Lay down in silent darkness. That's where it's at. That's where the mind-bending stuff really comes. Because I've done like live streams while on 7 grams of mushrooms, and that you can find them on my channel, and it kind of takes away a bit from the actual experience. I find like it can go a lot deeper if you're not distracted by the external world. Basically, you want to kind of turn within. And I just remembered actually when I was saying about the breath work, it's actually one of my main tips to people is regulate the breath. I've found that it progresses the trip, and I learned this from Terence McKenna. And if you're in an uncomfortable space, which in the high doses is often, Terence says whenever he does ayahuasca, it's pretty common that he goes to a place that he calls the meat locker. And I've been to similar realms where, like, sometimes I've taken big doses of mushrooms. Normally, if I smoke weed with shrooms, once I had an experience, I've had it a few times actually. It was just like pure negativity, just like putting pressure all over me, and my nose felt like really horrible. I don't know if it was the weed that I smoked or some shit, but but sometimes, for example, I've had this like twice now. So I have like, I'll take it, and then I'll get pummeled with insights, and I've had it mainly, so twice I've had it about my YouTube channel, and it was like, if I was incredibly insecure about my videos, that's what was happening. And I mean, when I'm sober, it doesn't really seem like that's the case. Like, I don't know, to be fair, recently I've been looking at some of my old videos, and I'm like, oh god, I don't know. There's many flaws with what I've been doing on my channel, and I've been reflecting on that a lot. So, but yeah, it's just gonna take time, I think, for me to. I don't know why I'm stalling so much, but I think there's clear evolution, there's clear growth, I think, compared to where I started off for sure. What the fuck am I on about? So yeah, bad trips are often attributed to shallow breathing, or like they're very common. And I'll leave a link to a video called Terence McKenna Crazy Story in the description where he goes deeper on that. Obviously, go for a walk in nature. That's number 4. Bro, it was on LSD. I took 3 tabs of acid. It's actually one of the first videos on my channel. I'll link it in the description as well. I just took 3 tabs of acid, listened to like this James Blake album, Friends That Break Your Heart, which is like some super electronic, like super production. That's what I love about it. It's really weird music though, like very. Fantano says in his review of it, it's like a spiritual experience, and that's why it was so perfect for the LSD, because I was walking around in nature listening to this like crazy, weird electric music with like mad singing and shit in it. And the visuals were just like transcendent, bro. That's the main thing, man. When you're walking, like I was on like a massive hill, looking out and like over the fields and the trees like blowing in the wind, bro. You can't imagine like how your brain is creating such beauty. And for some reason, there's somewhat meaning in such deep beauty. Like it's weird, because I don't. It's hard to recognize something so beautiful. Like if you think stuff's beautiful in just the physical, like now realm, like bro, I don't know if it's possible to see that kind of levels of. I've said it since the beginning. That's one thing that psychedelics do, man. Like out of everything, man, will they will just create like sacred geometry. You see it like coating the sky, and the trees just look like fractals and shit, and it's like infinity, and it does happen. That's another thing. If you're in silent darkness, yeah, and you get up and you look out the window after being in silent darkness, and it's, bro, the world is like a fucking infinite matrix. If you've been sat there on like 7 grams like this for ages, and you get up and look out the window, whether it's night or day, that will blow your mind. I saw a car, yeah, so I was like on. I never released the trip report. It's on my computer. I don't have my computer at the minute, but so I took a 3-5 and then 5 grams the next day, and I had some like full blown. Have you seen the video of Leo Gura from Actualized.org where he's like dying on the floor, going like, uh, "It's all me" or some shit. He's like, "There's no boundaries." It's like a It's happened to him a few times. It was literally that, I swear down. I watched the video as well halfway through it, and I was like, this is what's happened. And then it happened to, when I said about Key Parks and that, it happened to somebody there, and he couldn't partake in the Wim Hof. Uh, when I met those people in Wales I'm on about, he couldn't do the Wim Hof because he was in the non-dual loop of infinity. And then when he come down, he was like, I want to share this with people. And I was like, yeah, but you got to be careful about that because people don't like it. But we learn. So, yeah. And to be honest, yeah, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. But I don't know why I haven't done it. It's just because it requires like actual work, and it seems I don't know. We'll see. I definitely probably will do it, but it's quite lengthy. So, and I don't know if it's really worth pursuing. No, I should have done it. I should have done it at the beginning. But it's like experiments with mushrooms, because like so taking mushrooms in different settings is quite. Oi, do you know that place called Go Ape where you're like, it's like some trees with like ropes and that, and you're like way up in the trees with harnesses, and you like swing down these lines and fucking go through these hoops and weird shit. It's like a big like labyrinth in the trees. That's like, you get me. But yeah, I took a gram of mushrooms when I was there, and that was so cool. And like the reason why it's like weird to me, I think, because there's neurogenesis, and like obviously your brain is like super activated. So if you do certain activities while in the activation state of the shrooms, I swear like it might like allow you to tap into parts of your brain. Like if you like, for example, I imagine somewhat, yeah, like I know this might be a silly example, but like if you do something a lot, for example, if you drive, or if you, I'm not saying you should drive on mushrooms, but if you do like an activity loads, like chess. If you're really good at chess, I wish I got good at chess. I reckon I would have been really good at that, but I didn't learn it ever. But anyway, if you're playing fucking chess, yeah, if you were to play chess also and start practicing while on like loads of psychedelics, I reckon that would actually make you better. I don't know. Because I swear, I don't know. There's something in me that. But yeah, you can take it in different like settings, kind of, and it's just kind of like a theory that I have that like it would like 'cause doing certain things while on the shrooms with the hyperconnectedness were like, it's weird. Kind of maybe explore new parts of the brain and form new connections while in that state or some shit. But yeah, I mean, just so for example, I went on a run on mushrooms. It felt really weird. I've done exercises and, like I say, the Wim Hof and the ice baths and the cold showers. Um, they're weird. Cold showers on psychedelics. So I think actually a tool for not having a bad trip. Definitely, I'm pretty sure they could work for that. To kind of shock you into your body. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I want to get into the meditation more. I think that would be wise. But yeah, that is it, mate. Thanks for watching. I'm on Rumble, rumble.com/lowercase user /uppercase OXSN. OXSN. Man's out here. Luna's out here. Ain't you, baby? And that's it. Those are some things you can do on mushrooms. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Don't take I don't know. That's it. Goodbye.